Preparing to go live. We are on time. I love you guys. Let's have a great show. Everyone, we have to have that energy as if there's a lot of people here.
Oh.
I bet. Right?
Tonight's show. Welcome, everybody. Please welcome Tyler to the stage.
What?
Let's go.
What's up? Tyler, if they didn't already tell you that. We are here tonight live from the Cause Theater at Bellevue. Tonight is all about the Great American Smokeout by the American Cancer Society. Today is all about quitting smoking for 24 hours to prove to yourself that you can do it. Let's talk about our sponsors for tonight. First up is the Delaware Prevention Partners. Give it up for them, probably on Zoom. Another sponsor is the Planet Youth Coalition. Let's give it up for them if they're on stream right now. And finally, we have the DSCYF. Thanks, sponsors. We will now go to Kenzie and Romani.
Okay, so we have two goals tonight. The first is to prevent people from smoking, and the second is to prevent people who is already smoking quit. And we'll love to hear from everyone at home. Please comment and chat with us in the Zoom and whenever you feel, and we'll love to hear from you.
Okay, now let's look up what's tonight's show. Ask the community, name the celeb, Great American Smokeout, Youth Produce PS Showcase, interview with Matt Coley, and text thank you. Text a thank you, guys. An open mic with giving thanks.
That's great, Romani. So let's start with Ask the Community.
Hello, everyone. My name is Alana, and tonight here I'm going to be asking some of the audience some questions. And in fact, the first question is, tell us why you don't smoke. Let's see what they say.
Hi, I'm Joe Waseski, the Executive Director of the Bellevue Community Center. And I guess I have never smoked cigarettes in my whole life. I've never thought they were attractive. I never thought they were cool. I always thought they were smelly and they made your teeth yellow. So I would recommend nobody either start or if you do smoke, quit as soon as possible. It's good for you and good for your health.
I personally do not smoke. My body is my temple. What I put into it, whether food or my thoughts, I am very conscious of it and want to treat it. It does so much for me and I want to give back by taking care of it. How I want to tell others to quit smoking is, I know it's not as something that easy to do, but thinking about what you can accomplish so much and be so much more when you're not under the influence of the nicotine, and live not only for yourself, but for others. Because smoking, not only does it hurt you, but it hurts people around you, whether you're vaping or you are smoking an actual cigarette. So I want to say, think about somebody you love in your life. Would you like to be there for them? If you do, can you consider quitting smoking? Because if you don't value you, how about valuing someone in your life that you can live for them? Maybe that will be something that will inspire you to quit. So I urge you to consider that.
I never smoked because I'm a severe asthmatic, but I grew up in a household where everybody smoked. So that wasn't a luxury for me. I stopped people from smoking, and I trained my children to do this as well. If they saw a pack of cigarettes, they grabbed the cigarettes, they smushed the cigarettes, and they flushed them down the toilet.
So the question is, did I quit smoking? Or how do you help? When I was in Afghanistan, I used to smoke 4 cigars a day. And so when I came back to the States, I had to quit that because it really will tear your lungs up. It really will hurt you. So for people who are having that trouble, find something else that you can get addicted to that will help the community and help yourself. You know, addiction is something that, you know, you have to find ways to, you know, get out of it so it don't hurt you, continuously hurt you, especially when you have loved ones that love you. So do things for them and do things for yourself. And that's what I can tell people who are suffering from this.
Now, my second question is, if you quit, how did you do it? Let's see what they say.
Actually, it took me many attempts and years, honestly, years to quit smoking after I knew I had to quit. For me, I had to quit cold turkey. I tried to do a lot of like less cigarettes and things like that, but it wasn't until I fully quit cold turkey, meaning stop absolutely all smoking. And then I needed to replace some of that habits with some other stuff. So I would like maybe play music or go on a walk or something like that.
Now, my third and final question is, how can we help others to quit? Let's see what their final answer is.
It's easy to stop smoking. The problem is to stay stopped. Mark Twain said it was easy to stop smoking. He'd done it 1,000 times. Well, I think you just have to be supportive of people. If they have stopped, to keep encouraging them to stay stopped.
Okay, so like, see, if I'll prevent someone from smoking by like telling them like you can get like horrible like diseases from it, like popcorn lung and like black lung, and like that's just not good for you. And like really unhealthy. Like you should definitely stay away from that.
For those who are watching online, please type in the chat. I would love, and we would love to hear your answer. Thank you, and Alana out.
That looked like a really fun video to me. Now let's play Guess the Celeb with Ramani.
Oh, y'all ready? All right. He is.
Like, who do you think that is, y'all?
Who do you think that is, girl? Oh, guy, like Johnny Depp.
That was not. All right, let's see the next one. You guys know who that is? Please comment in the chat if you guys know.
Ramani, do you know who it is?
Girl, that's my mama husband.
That's your husband?
My mama
That's your
husband.
mama husband?
Yeah, she loves.
But she's married, right? But not to him.
Girl, she got another husband. You know what I'm saying?
So she got 2 husbands then.
Yeah.
What? I would never guess.
Robert Pattinson. That's what it is, guys.
All right, do y'all know this one? Because I don't.
Ramani, you know who it is?
He was on the 70s, the 70s show. He dates somebody. I mean, mirror somebody.
You know who it is?
Like,
I don't know who it is.
girl,
Oh, Ashton.
Kutcher. It's Ashton Kutcher, guys.
I would
Yeah.
never have guessed.
Come on.
All right, what's this one?
Nobody knows.
I think I know this one.
She was in Grey's Anatomy.
I think I know this one.
She
I
was in
think she
Grey's
played a
Anatomy.
twin.
She was in Grey's Anatomy. She was like, nobody know. Like the song was like, do back in the day.
Grey's Anatomy?
Yeah, she was in Grey's Anatomy.
You know what her
She was
character
in
name
Parents
was?
Trap. I know her. Let's see who it is.
Katherine Heigl. Yes.
I would never have guessed.
She got.
Who is?
I don't know. You know who it is, Ramani?
Ramani, you know who it is?
Yeah, that,
Was she?
she was on Twilight.
Twilight. Anything else?
She was on SNL.
Is that all you can think of?
She was just doing a lot of skits. She was like really funny and stuff. Like she was so funny.
Kristen Stewart.
Kirsten Stewart. I love Monica girl. Come on now. It's okay.
All right, do you guys know who this one is?
She was in the 70s show with her husband. We just guessed her husband.
Let the people guess.
But I didn't say who it was.
The people gotta guess, not you.
I'm not guessing. I was just saying. She was just guessing her husband. Oh, man. Mira Kunis. The
Guys,
president of the United States.
I'm Obama, and certain terms. You know what I'm saying? I'm Obama, and Obama out.
No, you were supposed to tell them.
He's my president still in my heart. Barack Obama, thanks for ruining it. Anyways, guys.
do y'all know who this one is?
She was in Parent Trap.
She
my
was
sing-
also in Glee.
She was in Glee? Oh shoot. She was in a lot of things. She was in Mean Girls. You can't sit with us. Lindsay Lohan.
Final question. Are you ready for the final question?
I'm ready for a final question. What is it, guys?
What do all of these celebrities have in common?
They quit smoking. They all quit smoking. Oh.
They all quit smoking.
That's so fun. I would never have knew like all of those celebrities had that in common. Now let's learn more about the Great American Smokeout with Jacob Dunn.
Dawn.
Hi, my name is Jacob Dunn. I'm a member of the Cause Video Production Program, and I'd just like to quickly take a few minutes to explain the Great American Smokeout. The Great American Smokeout is an effort for people who smoke on a fairly consistent basis to abstain from smoking for just a day, and for just 24 hours to quit smoking and to stay away from all nicotine, tobacco, or other smoking products to see the immense benefits of not having nicotine in your system. For in just 24 hours, and really just in a few hours, your body has, as your body gets rid of the nicotine and tobacco in the bloodstream, it really produces very noticeable benefits, improved health, and many other positives that really improve your health and your general quality of life. So the Great American Smokeout, the main aspect of that is to encourage if you or a family member or a friend smokes or uses another similar nicotine or tobacco product to stay away from that just for one day, and hopefully to encourage you to quit altogether. One other aspect of the Great American Smokeout is for people, especially younger people, teenagers and adolescents who have never smoked in their lives, to commit to not smoking for the rest of their lives. Because as many millions of people can testify, once you smoke one time, there is a possibility that you might be addicted for the rest of your life. And so one of the other aspects of the Great American Smokeout is that if you have never smoked in your life, which is already very good, we would like you to commit to never smoking in your life, to never using any sort of nicotine or tobacco products because of the scientifically proven major health problems that it can and will cause. And one of the other aspects, in fact, the last aspect of the Great American Smokeout is that even though it is called the Great American Smokeout, we know that not everyone in here smokes or uses tobacco or nicotine products, but some of us here may be addicted or use too much of other things, whether it's social media, certain foods, certain drinks, or any sort of things that you recognize are having an adverse effect on your life. The Great American Smokeout also applies to that. And so if you recognize and realize that something that you are doing on a fairly consistent basis is having a negative effect on you, we would like to encourage you to stay away from that just for one day, and for 24 hours to cut that out of your life to see how far you can really go when it comes to improving your life.
great things, guys. So viewers, you may or may not know, but the production crew is an after-school program right here at the Bellevue Community Center. So if you guys would like to learn to produce videos, here's the right one to come, right here at Bellevue. And we would like to share one of our newest videos from our newest member, Lilo. So watch out because it's good and it's in our youth program. So y'all, it's really good, guys. So yeah.
My real review about tobacco is that since I don't smoke tobacco and I don't have to buy it, I get to save over $10,000 a year. So that's my real review. Leave your review at therealreview.org.
Did you go see Black Panther? Yes, that was so funny when the girl said, "What are those?" Yes. It was really funny.
So do any of y'all want a cigarette?
No, because cigarettes have 7,000 chemicals in it. 69 of which cause cancer.
True. Well, do y'all mind if I sit and talk with y'all? Hey, I like your bike. Can I ride it?
Yeah, sure.
Guys, it's not working. It's really not working. I think your bike's messed up.
Hey, if you want to roll this, you got to put the cigarette down.
My real review about nicotine is that it's a lifelong commitment. My sister started smoking when she was a teenager, and I'm sure she never thought that she would end up with lung cancer, COPD, and still be smoking into her 60s. This starting of nicotine is a lifelong struggle. My real review is don't ever start.
What would you do if someone gave you $5,000?
Put it in my banking account and save up for college.
Donate food, clothes, and hygiene to the charity and people in need. What about give it to the homeless people so they can buy drugs by money, make sure they eat? Then I'm gonna give it to people that need help with their bills. Right, put it down payment on the card. I'll pass it out to people in need, people at home, people food, pass out clothes, shoes.
The average smoker spends approximately $5,000 a year on cigarettes. Think of everything you could do with that money if you quit.
Smoking can cause you lung disease, which you can lose your teeth. If you stop smoking now, you won't get cancer and die. So that's why you stop smoking.
now, because other than getting cancer, if you smoke too much for years, then you may have to get a hole in your neck. The reason why people say smoke cigarettes. So that people spend $5,000 on cigarettes a year. Smoking could also cause gum disease and cause you to lose your life. Smoking is bad for you. It can cause cancer, lung cancer, and gum cancer.
Going at me behind that tent when I slide. Cause she said she know this certain stuff about my road. And she don't only know this is a dent and I'm sad. Real double R, I pocket switch it to my road. But I'm saying, you know.
It is not okay to smoke because you won't live a long life. It's unhealthy for your body. And you, smoking at a young age will make other young kids think it's okay to smoke, but it's really not. Put the tobacco down. It can become very addicted. Young teens start smoking. They say they will stop, but they don't. Put the baggie down. Smoking leads to diseases, disability, and it harms nearly every organ of the body. And they spend $5,237 a year.
You're into sports and you smoke out, it can mess you up. Playing sports messes with the lungs, you catch lung cancer. It's not very good. Smoking is bad for you. It can cause gum disease, cancer, and lung cancer. Please don't smoke.
That was good. It was good things. So, oh shoot. What was my favorite one? So, what was your favorite one? I don't know my.
I think the last one, because like I really, it was really touching.
I feel like my favorite one was the classic one. The classic one was my favorite. Yeah.
What was y'all's favorite one?
What was y'all's favorite one? Tell us in the chat. Tell us in real life, the people that's here.
The last one.
The last one? The last one was good too. How about you, Charnette? What's your favorite one?
I like Mackenzie.
Okay. Next up, we have an interview with Matt Corley of the American Lung Association here in Delaware. And let's see what he told his own story on, well, the story on Jacob Dunn in his interview he recorded yesterday. So let's see that, guys.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jacob Don. I'm a member of the Cause video production crew here at the Bellevue Community Center, and it's very great to be seeing you all today. Today, we have an interview with Mr. Matt Coyle of the American Lung Association. Mr. Coyle has been a member of the ALA for quite a long time now, and we're just going to ask him a few questions about nicotine and tobacco and how we can all live healthier, happier lives. So it's very nice to meet you, Matt.
Nice to meet you as well. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, definitely. So our first question is, you are obviously a member of the American Lung Association. You are a health promotion specialist. And we were all just wondering, in your role as a health promotion specialist, what strategies and tactics do you use on a personal level in your job to help people live nicotine and tobacco-free, healthier lives?
Yeah, well, that's a great question. So part of my role as a health promotion specialist is to run our youth program. So actually, probably the biggest personal topic or experience that I use is I actually came up through the youth program that I now run. So we have our Kick Butts Generation, which is our youth movement against tobacco and nicotine. And they are statewide youth-run, youth-led organization that is here to tell their peers about the dangers of tobacco and nicotine, to dispel the myths of big tobacco and the tobacco companies, and to encourage their peers to live happy and healthy lives. So I think that's probably the biggest tactic that I use on a personal level, is that I was in the program. So I have a lot of experience with coming up through the program, but it's also very close to my heart, the program, because it's something that I came up through. I have lifelong friends that I know of that came through the program that I'm still friends with. I've had family members who actually went through the program before me that actually got me involved. So I think that's probably the biggest part of my job that I use on an everyday basis, is to know that I came through the program and to see some of the impact that the program has had on my friends, my family, the youth that I work with, and to continue that as we move forward.
It's very interesting, Matt. So again, that was his strategies and tactics he uses in his job. But our second question, Matt, is not all of us, in fact, almost all of us here or all of us here are not part of the American Lung Association, but obviously that is not an excuse for us to not help people to live healthier lives. So you are obviously very qualified to speak on this topic of staying away from nicotine and tobacco, which is why our second question is, what are some general strategies and ways that we can all help our friends, our family, our peers to stay away from nicotine and tobacco?
Yeah, so I think the first one would be to encourage your family and friends to live a happy and healthy life. And a lot of times that includes not using tobacco or nicotine, not using other substances, and learning about the truth about things. When Juuls and vapes first came out and e-cigarettes came out, it was promoted as this healthy alternative to smoking. And we know that that is not true. Most of the products that were marketed as having no nicotine in them actually had more nicotine in them than a pack of cigarettes. So learning about these products, figuring out why they are bad for you, and letting your friends know that they're bad for you. And then the second part is youth and youth prevention and youth empowerment and youth engagement. You are your best friend's way of getting information, right? So if you don't do it, then that helps your friends not do it either. And if you're the one who's encouraging your friends, hey, let's not do this stuff. Let's not use tobacco and nicotine products. Let's stay away from smoking. Let's stay away from vaping. There's a higher chance that that is going to happen, that you are going to stay tobacco and nicotine free. And then third is getting others involved. So everybody here at the cause could be a part of KBG, or could be a part of other organizations at your school that deal with living happy and healthy lives. So getting involved, letting people know why you're involved, why it's important to you, that also goes a long way.
Very interesting, Matt. Our last question here is a question that more of us would be familiar with. Matt, for all the people in the audience, Matt is he has experience and knowledge in lighting and theater and different technical aspects of video production and making different forms of media. And so, Matt, I was wondering, because many people here at Monthly Focus have social media accounts, whether that's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever it is. And a lot of the posts on such social media sites are in the form of photos and videos and other visual content. So you, with your experience in theater and lighting and other aspects of video production, our last question for tonight is, how can we all use photos and videos and social media in a positive way to stay away from nicotine and tobacco?
Yeah, that's a great question. And I think the way that we consume media and information is very much internet and social media. So while the tobacco company has millions of dollars to spend a year on advertising their products, of using print media, of using electronic media, TV media, social media, we may not have as much money, but we can be as powerful if we use those platforms. If we take to social media by way of public service announcements, or photos or graphics or images or videos, whether you created or you helped a friend create, and tell the story, that's very powerful. Just telling a story about why you chose to be tobacco and nicotine free is extremely powerful. or telling your story of your grandmother or another loved one of a family member who may have used tobacco and what that then led to, maybe some of the health consequences and their decreased length of life, maybe they passed away. But even now, especially with lung cancer, is that there's a lot of people who develop lung cancer or who are diagnosed with lung cancer who never smoked in their life. So that's really interesting because they never used tobacco and nicotine products, and yet they're getting diagnosed with lung cancer. And it could be because of their exposure growing up. Maybe their parents smoked, or maybe they were around their grandparents who used tobacco and nicotine products a lot. So getting on those platforms and spreading those messages of why you're involved, why you do what you do, why others do what they do, having fun with it. Maybe sometimes it's serious. Maybe sometimes it's just a video or just an image, but getting out on those platforms and making your voice heard is really important. And to do that, you need a bunch of different people, right? You need those people who are good at using Instagram, who maybe are good at using Snapchat, or who are the ones who are able to get on TikTok and record those videos. But then you need everybody else behind the scenes too, right? So you want to create media and content that involves not just you sometimes, but involves your community, and they're able to get involved with it, as well, especially this production here. You have you who's interviewing somebody, but you also have the backstage crew who's working the audio and working lighting, working the content production, producing the shows. So bringing more people in while using those platforms can then help spread your message.
One more thing before we conclude our discussion with Mr. Matt Coyle is that we actually have a little video that involves him from over 12 years ago. So we just thought it would be interesting if we get a live reaction from Mr. Coyle reacting to this video he made over a decade ago. So roll film.
90% of today's adults started smoking before the age 19. In 1999, cigarette use amongst Delaware high school students was at 32%. By 2010, it had dropped to less than 15%.
In 1999, smokeless tobacco usage among Delaware teens was at 4%. In 2010, that number had increased to 5.8%. Is there a trend growing? I think so.
Smokeless tobacco contains 28 cancer-causing agents.
Smokeless tobacco is strongly associated with leukoplakia, a precancerous lesion of the soft tissue of the mouth.
Smokeless tobacco users tend to have bad breath and staying teeth where they hold their tobacco.
Smokeless tobacco can cause receding gum lines, gum disease, tooth loss, and also tooth decay.
There is no such thing as harmless tobacco.
You think your teens are safe? Think again. Tobacco lies awake at night, thinking of ways to hook your child.
That was a very interesting, very funny video as well. Just to conclude this discussion, just like to ask Matt one very quick question. What are your general thoughts on this video, and especially of your role here?
Well, I'm glad I didn't pursue acting because that's not one of my strong suits, but it's definitely a blast from the past. I've actually watched it since now. When we were celebrating our 20th anniversary, I was looking for some videos and I found it. But actually, what's really interesting about the video is that in this video, we're talking about smokeless tobacco products. So those really didn't become a thing. I mean, chewing tobacco and spit tobacco is a thing, but we were talking about these dissolvable strips that people could have in their mouths and pouches where they could get their nicotine from. And it actually morphed into less than 10 years later, e-cigarette and vape. So this message was kind of in front of this e-cigarette and vaping movement. And in 10 years, the tobacco companies have said, nobody really liked these products, the ones that we were talking about in the video. But here are these new devices, here are these new things. So it's just kind of humbling to think that, we were one trying to get ahead of it, but then too, that it would kind of come full circle again, back to this new problem, this new issue, these new tobacco products that we're now dealing with. And we probably need to create another video, something else that in 10 years we can show again.
Definitely. So, yeah, thank you, Mr. Matt Coyle. And I'm sure that we can all, no matter how prevalent the risk of tobacco nicotine usage is, I'm sure that with the information that Matt Coyle and the American Lung Association and many other sources provide, we can all do our part into helping our friends, family, community all live healthy, happier lives.
Wow, I can't believe our own production crew produced that.
Yep, we did. That was amazing.
I also agree. Well, next we have, it is November time, and it's time to give thanks and appreciate people who is around us and give and show a little gratitude to people who deserve it.
So would you like to go first?
I'd like to thank my mom because she's my biggest supporter. So what about y'all?
I like to thank you. I like to thank Monica, girl. I like to thank Charnette, Miss Janice, Jaden, Jewel, Trinity, Marcus, and Darrell. I like to thank Mr. Scott. I like to thank Tyler. I like to thank everybody in the production crew. I like to thank everyone around who's here. I like to thank y'all too. I like to thank my mom. She was my biggest supporter. And I like to thank my dad and my brother, even though he gets on my nerves. Love him so much.
And now we have an open mic. So if there's anybody in the crowd or on the Zoom that would like to give thanks.
Y'all can do it.
What?
I wanna thank my church and my church family, Cornerstone Fellowship Baptist Church. Shameless plug, go check them out. And I'm glad they put me on the right path. And I'm thankful for my moms and my dads raising me right, getting me right, Love.
And I think you should guys to text someone who has been battling smoking or quitted.
I'm gonna text my grandma if she quit. Yes, come up
on stage.
Come up.
Who would you like to thank?
Who would you like to thank?
I would like to thank my grandma because she's my biggest supporter. She helps me with almost everything. I'm struggling on something. She gives me advice and I overall just love her.
Thank you for sharing.
That's
great.
Thank you. We appreciate that.
How about you, Monica? But who do you think? And who quit smoking in your family? Who would you like to,
I don't know anybody.
You don't know nobody?
Nope.
Okay. That ain't cool. Okay.
Welcome Tyler back to the stage.
Yeah. Well, I'm just here to close this out, I'm glad all the people that can make it in person came in here, people from the state, other people in here. My photography teacher right here, he's the best. Yeah, put the camera on him. Put the camera on him. Put the camera on this man. He deserves it. All y'all deserve it. Y'all are all loved. Y'all are breathtaking. But yeah, thanks folks for coming out, and thanks for people coming on the stream and watching from different places at home, people in Delaware, not even in Delaware, Paris, I don't know. But I'm thankful for y'all coming out. So thanks y'all. We're gonna wrap this up and let's play some music to end this off. Word. Let's get the whole crew up in this, John. Come on.
Everybody, and thanks to CJ Singh.
Come up here. Yeah, Adam. And Jacob.
Ladies and gentlemen, the production crew is funded by the Department of Services for Children, Youth, and Their Family and a contract managed by the CJC.
Yo.
All of this is made possible. Ladies and gentlemen, give a big hand up to our production crew for pulling off tonight's show. Ladies and gentlemen, the production crew.
Happy Thanksgiving, yokes. Happy Thanksgiving. I hope the mac and cheese is good.